I am somebody. I am somebody. No matter what the court says, no matter what my family says, no matter what my significant other may say, I am somebody. I'm better than me. I'm better than God. Give yourself a hand. Hey, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. You, the one who's gone through treatment. The one who has graduated. You went out there, you started doing life right. You started going to your NA meetings, your AA meetings. You got yourself a job. You got yourself a little money in your pocket. Maybe you found yourself a nice apartment at this point. Maybe you found a relationship that's working out for you. But then all of a sudden, you start second guessing yourself. You start waiting for the other shoe to drop. You start thinking wrong again. And you start thinking to yourself, you know what? I could probably just go out and hang out with the people I used to hang out with. It probably won't be a big deal. After all, I've been clean for X amount of years or X amount of time now, so I got this. Okay? And you start thinking that way. And then what usually happens is that once you think you got it, you start finding out real quickly you don't. Why? Because what happens is that you start hanging out with those wrong people. You may go out and have a drink or you may go out and get high, whatever the case may be. And all of a sudden what happens is that you say to yourself, well, I can skip this meeting tonight. Or I can not call my sponsor this week. And you just start to a parallel, a positive. You start going down the spiral. And all of a sudden, before you know it, you hit the wall. That's what we're talking about today. That hitting that wall. We hit the wall, and what we do next, it has all the capabilities of keeping us either going forward or going backwards. Because we all have a wall in our life that we hit. There's no doubt about it. The question is, what are you going to do with your wall? What are you going to do? See, you thought you had it all on lock. You thought things were going well, but then you start thinking wrong. You start second guessing yourself, or you start thinking that you were invincible. So you start backing off from the things that were working. Little by little, slowly by slowly, getting away from the things that are working for you. Your meetings, your sponsors, your church group, your support groups, all these things that were there for you, all of a sudden you start backing off a little bit. And before you know it, you start making little compromises. See those little compromises? And the fact that you're backing off from the things you were doing, they all become bricks in a wall. And before you know it, you got so many bricks in your wall that you are standing there at a wall, not able to move forward and wondering how you got here. Like I told you before, there's three kind of people in the world. There's people who make things happen, people who let things happen, and those who go, dang, what happened? And that's what usually happens. We're the latter. When we're in that wall, when we're right there next to that wall, we're going, wait, what happened? How did I get here? You compromised. You allowed yourself to fall off. So what do you need to do going forward? Now you're in the wall. Now you're behind that wall. What are you going to do? Well, the first thing you need to make sure you do is you need to increase your output. Increase your output. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean that if you go into one meeting, then you need to maybe go 3 or 4. If you're hooking with your sponsor once a month or once every other month, maybe you need to be hooking up here with him every single week. Okay? If you go in and if you get this taken care of, you're doing that. Maybe you make sure that you're taking care of the things you need to take care of in order to make things work. You got to make sure that you hook up with your sponsor. You got to make sure that you hook up with your meetings. You got to make sure that you continue going forward. If you're just going to church, maybe you need to step out of your comfort zone and find a place to serve within your church. Maybe what you need to do is you need to go and you need to get on and serve with the ushers. Maybe you need to get to a point where you're serving or you're connected in a small group within the church. See, don't just sit there and take up a pew. Remember, it's your life that's on the line. You got to step out. Don't wait for somebody to come to you. You go to them. Even the scripture talks about in the first, if you want to become a friend, you must first show yourself friendly. Step out of your comfort zone. Stop having a pity party once you've fallen off or once you hit that wall. Get back up, stay up, and keep moving. Because remember, you got a testimony that you want to share with people. And there's people who won't come out of their own mess until they hear your story. So you got to step your game up. You got to step yourself up into a whole different level than you've ever been at before. That's how you overcome the wall. That's how you make things happen for you. And then you need to start speaking to your wall. You need to start proclaiming what your wall is going to do, which is going to fall flat. You're going to tear it down. You're not going to let it be a part of your life and hold you back anymore. Understand your wall, the ability that you have, the things that you can do. You didn't get that success because you were doing the wrong thing. You got that success because you made the decision to do the right thing. The key is you need to be consistent and do it again and again and again and again, over and over again, until it becomes so natural for you that all of a sudden you got 10, 15, 20 years of sobriety and 40, 50 years, the rest of your life of sobriety, so that you can live and live the way you're supposed to live in life. So stop making excuses. Stop making a reason to draw back. Stop putting yourself in situations that you know you shouldn't be in. And keep yourself at a place where you can tear down your wall. I taught this class earlier today to a bunch of people, and I told them this. Proclaim to yourself that you are somebody, and today I'm tearing down my wall. Let that be the same for you. You are somebody, and today you're tearing down your wall. Break through. Because it's time to get up once you've hit the wall. I'm Deryl Glaze. I believe in you. You are.